Hi, it's me, Vicky Marie, with a coffee. Anyway, I'm going to make this video. This is the last time that I will say this. And, people will either like it or they won't like it. We'll say it's the last time, it's the only time. So I'm going to tell people, I've said it many, many times, and people don't seem to understand it, but maybe they understand it a bit more now. Why I do not mention other channels on my channel, because I don't want to get dragged into channel wars. I've been dragged into channel wars now just making this video. I won't be making another one about it. I won't be mentioning it again. So these people, or one person worse than another, has been trying to drag me into their little weird world since the very beginning of the Nicola Bulley case. And of course, it's always about Nicola Bulley, isn't it? And now this person, apparently, I didn't watch the video. I didn't have to watch the video because I was bombarded by messages and emails from women who were just absolutely gobsmacked at the venom, the vitriol, spitting, practically raging at the screen about me. And I've never even spoken to this guy. It's just like weird that an elderly man would be reduced to that, to hate women so much that he would get so carried away. And because I think it's because he had message, answered the first message, sent another long message, and I just didn't see that or didn't get round to answering it. And men like that, they don't like being ignored. They don't like being ignored. And I'm supposed to think that man cares one bit about other women, Nicola, anyone. Of course he doesn't. And then because he got a backlash from a lot of women who were literally triggered by his behavior, women who'd been in situations where they'd suffered abuse from men like him, were triggered. He then made an apology, apparently, which I didn't watch that either. Thing is, I'd have to be an absolute masochist, wouldn't I, to watch the first video once people had told me, how terrible it was. How, obviously I wasn't going to watch it. I'm not so much of a masochist that I want to sit here and see someone just tearing into me. So then he apparently apologized. I haven't watched that one either. Well, he can't be that sorry because the first one's still up for a start. This man is not a nice man. A lot of people think he's a nice man. I don't really understand that either, but do you know what? Everybody to their own. To me, that man and the apology that he made, that was like when an abusive man punches a woman in the face and then the next day he's so sorry and he'll never do it again. That's where it smacks of to me. So that's that one. I'm not going to mention the name of the channel. I will never mention the name of the channel. No, a lot of my chatters like his channel. I've read all the comments and know exactly what everyone thinks of him. I know. So that's fine because I'm not here to police who you watch. Either watch who you like, have whatever opinions you like. That's the whole point of free speech. I haven't even, when have I ever said that? And when have I ever badmouthed another channel? Never. That is my policy. I've seen it. I've seen it between channels. I don't do that. I just do what I do. And I'm not a single dimension channel where I only talk about Nicola Bulley, who, he didn't. Anyway, I'm not picking him out in particular. But what about the College of Policing report? Who's discussed that? Who's sat there and gone through it with a fine tooth comb or whatever? Only me. So, that is what I want to say. And the other thing I want to say is somebody else, I did watch their video today, and I have got no beef with anybody. I want you to do well. I want to do well. Even the horrible vitriolic toad, I want to do well. But I can't mention other channels because there's so many, and people come on and they'll say, oh, have you seen this video from such and such? And what, now, sometimes I might have seen it and I've liked it. So say I say that, well, that'd be okay, wouldn't it? But what if somebody says that and I've watched it, I've thought, God, that was a load of rubbish. It never said anything. It was just cashing in on something. I can't say that, can I? And just because of the person I am, I suppose I should just say, oh, yeah, it was brilliant. I don't know. I can't say that, but I didn't think it was brilliant. So in my eyes, it's just better to not comment at all. All channels have their value. All of my chatters, I know they go onto these other channels and watch them as well. I've read the comments, I know. And it's fine, because that's the whole point of it. I'm not here to say, all right, you can only watch my channel. But what I am here to say is, when you are watching my channel, I do not mention other channels. It's not criticizing them. It's not being horrible to them. It's not trying to stop them from growing and trying to grow mine. Probably would grow mine quicker if I did sort of rave on about how brilliant someone that actually I thought was useless was. Because there'd be some people that go, oh, yeah, she thinks they're great. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm just me and I'm honest. And so I don't want to mention other channels because I don't want to get into trouble for being honest. Now, in my membership, I have 4 channels. 4 other YouTube creators are on my membership. I obviously have to mention them when we're in the, what I'm going to do when they say hello, just ignore them as if they're not there. And if they've come into my channel and joined as members, presumably that means that they like my channel. They like what I've got to say. And that's brilliant. But ones that sort of hover around and sort of, one thing, someone comes into my live chat to announce that they're doing a live chat at that very moment, that is a no-no. That is a no-no. It's not a YouTube law, because of course YouTube doesn't have any laws. It's like the Wild West. But that is just not a nice thing to do. And then when I noticed in his chat today, somebody said, oh, well, she did go into his chat. I went into his chat just to let him know that I had seen him in mine. Not for any reason. I didn't start a live and then go into his chat and say, oh, come on, I'm doing a live on Nicola Bully, or, come on to my chat. I just wanted him to know that I had seen him and I was aware of it. And now, to be honest, I shouldn't have even acknowledged it, because that's just, but anyway, I have no beef with that. I have no, oh gosh, I can't say it often enough. You will not find one video of mine where I'm critical of another channel. Not one. All I say is, oh, please don't mention the channel's name. Don't even say don't mention, like, for example, if someone came on mine and said, oh, well, the Peter Folding interview on that channel, everybody knows what channel it is. I don't have to mention the actual channel. They don't have to mention the actual channel. Everybody knows what channel it is. I directed everyone to that interview. I told people just Google Peter Folding interview YouTube and it will come up without mentioning the name. So basically, I don't want this to turn into anything. I've said it from forever, but I won't take nastiness. Oh, here's my little Riley. Hello, baby. I won't take nastiness, the vitriol and nastiness. That it's just no reason for it, especially from a, supposedly sort of an older man. Just unbelievable. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it, what sort of person they are really in real life. I couldn't do that. I couldn't go even to him, come on here and start spitting out vitriol about him. He's just like, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for anyone. Honest to God, I swear, I feel sorry for anyone who feels that to make themselves look important, they have to do that to somebody else. So I think that's all I've got to say. So I'm having a little break for a couple of days because I just, anyway. So yeah, because of all this, I have another job that's sort of gone by the wayside really because I've been consumed with getting out the College of Policing report, assimilating all this with Peter Folding, etc. I have nothing against Peter. It's just when that news came out, I, like everybody else, was completely thrown. I've trusted Peter from day one. I've got and now, doesn't, I just don't care. I do care in a way because the thing that will always stick with me is the thought that maybe she was lying there for 2 weeks, rotting away while, people knew things. Since I've read the College of Policing report, especially the last chapter, I'm happy that she was not in there. She wasn't in there, and that's what I've thought all along. This is almost like another smoke screen, isn't it? I don't think that was her. But if it was her, I welcome Peter coming forward with his evidence, taking it to wherever he's going to take it, reopening the investigation, because all I want to know is, how did Nicola end up in the river? Whether she was found then or she was found later, how did she even get in there? So this is what's got lost in this whole thing. That's what I've been saying every video that I've made over the last week. Nicola is what's important. The daughters are what's important. I'm not going to stop talking about Nicola. And on Thursday, I will be talking about Nicola. That'll be the next live that I'll do. It's the members live. I won't be talking about Nicola publicly because I don't want all this again about Peter Folding and all that. In the meantime, I do my other videos that I do. I do lots of videos, different things, and I'm getting pulled into this all the time. And by people who, what are they saying about this case? What are they, what impact are they making on the world? What are they helping? What are they helping? Nothing, just spite, nastiness. And I'm only talking about one person there, not the other one. So I agree. I don't want people to think, because I think sometimes the other creators, they think I'm being sniffy or something that I don't want to mention them all. It's nothing to do with that. It's just, I like my little channel. I like my little channel. I love the lives that I do. I don't like the lives that I do with Pamp Nicola Bully because they're always the nasty, spiteful ones. I like the lives that we do about other subjects. I like the members' lives. I do this channel because I enjoy it. It's not my job. I've got a job which has gone, which I've sort of taken the foot off the brake with my job. And I've realised that this week I've got to start, that is my, my bread and butter. People seem to think I shouldn't go on and talk about the books that I've written. But why not? I've written books. I'm proud of myself for writing books. I was born on a council estate in Manchester. I was the first person in my family ever went to university. We had nothing. And I've come quite far, I think. So I'm proud of it. I'm proud that I've written books. And those books have taken 20 years of teaching to develop, 20 years of hard work. So I'm not ashamed that I go on and say, yes, I've got these books on Amazon. If you want to learn Spanish, I've got a YouTube channel for learning Spanish. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of all of it. I'm writing another book now. How many books have you written? So there you go. So I ended up doing a bit of a rant there. I didn't mean to get ranty, and I really am not ranty with anyone. I just want to be left alone, do my little channel with my supportive chatters, and they like it too. They like getting together. It's been like a breath of fresh air finishing that College of Policing report and being able to talk about other things. It's just been like, you know, stepping back how it used to be. You know, YouTube is a community, or my YouTube channel is a community. People, you know, oh, and the other thing I want to say, I just want to get everything in this video, about Peter Folding. I'm entitled to have my opinion about Peter Folding. I am disappointed. Am I not allowed to say that? It's like, oh, well, you know, the again, nastiness about that, because and people like saying to me, oh, you shouldn't say that about Peter Folding. Well, why not? If that's what I think, why should I not say it? You know, it's I don't think he's a bad man or whatever. I just do not understand, you know, the things that he's saying. I'm sure he's going to explain that on his live question and answer. I'm sure he's going to take his evidence somewhere else and get it assessed independently. I hope so, and I hope he does get it reopened. But I'm still entitled to say what I think, especially on my own channel. And honestly, if people cannot accept that, people are saying to me, oh, we should have free speech and we should do this. Yeah, you can come on my channel and say you think Peter Folding's the one in the right. I won't block you for that or take your comment off or whatever, but I will block you or take your comment off if you're nasty, either to me or anybody else. If your argument, if you can't argue, debate, you know, and then you'll get to a point where you can only say something so many times as well. You know, you say, sometimes it's just the same thing over and over again. So you come on and you say, oh no, I 100% trust Peter, blah, de, blah, de, blah, de, blah, on a comment thread. But you don't have to keep repeating it. It's like you make your point, you move on. So we're all moving on anyway on my channel. We've moved on from that. Caused a lot of problems. There's a lot of people thinking different ways, and the ones of us that are, you know, like can argue in a normal way without spitting our dummies out the pram, we've accepted that we have to agree to differ. You know, there's it nearly caused a chasm in my own little community. Now, I don't like that. I don't want that. You know, whatever somebody says. Same about what, you know, what their theory is. I don't believe in the conspiracy theory aspect. I believe some foul play came to Nicola. I don't know what it was. Nobody's proven anything one way or another to me, but I have my opinions about it. I do have my opinions about it. But they are only opinions. They're only opinions. They're only theories. No proof. Said it a million times. No evidence in this case. So there you go. That's what I wanted to say. That's why I don't mention other YouTube channels, because I don't want the drama that I've ended up being embroiled in, that I never wanted to be embroiled in. I've never, ever, in all these months, well, years really, that I've been doing YouTube, but it all seems to have, you know, came to a head over Nicola Bulley, didn't it? Never criticised another YouTube channel. Never until now. In fact, I probably won't even release this video, because when I think about it, that's probably what they want. They want attention, attention seeking. You know, just, you know, I watch people's videos sometimes. I used to watch all of them. In the beginning, I think we all did. We watched all of them. And then since then, I sort of sifted through the ones I can't bear to watch, and the ones that I sometimes can watch if they're doing a subject that I find interesting. I find that all of them really have got their, not all of them, actually not anymore, but most of them, let's say, have got their, you know, thing, their good thing that I like watching. And, you know, anytime a video, even though I don't mention channels, all my chatters, they send me links to all these videos. So I know about them. And then I decide whether I watch them or not. I tend not to watch the ones that somebody's trying to get me to watch, because I know that's not. Can you imagine, like if I did a vitriolic video about someone, you know, real personal, horrible things saying about someone, and then tag them in it to make sure they saw it. What sort of a person is that? You just tell me what sort of a person does that. You know, think about it. Somebody makes a nasty, horrible video about you, and then they publish it and then tag you in it, make sure you've seen it. Well, they're disappointed because I haven't seen it, but I know exactly what it was because, honest to God, traumatic. Some of my members, viewers, subscribers traumatized by the vitriol in that video. So obviously I will never watch it. I don't want to sit there and watch somebody being nasty to me. Why would I want to do that? You know, and as I say, it's all right apologising, but it's still up there. And yeah, all abusers apologise afterwards. Doesn't mean they won't do it again. As I'm sure any of you out there who've suffered from domestic violence, you'll know that. That is exactly what narcissist abusers do. They insult you, shout at you, browbeat you, and then they apologise, don't they? And then it all starts all over again. So there you go. I've said what I wanted to say. I will see you members on Thursday in the members live. That's when I'll be back. And I will see the rest of you on Friday in a public live. So I don't know what I'm doing on Friday yet. I know exactly what I'm doing on Thursday. So we're going to talk. There's a few things I want to talk about the Nicola Bulley case, but not Peter Folding. You know, the van. I've got some interesting video to show, things that I've been wanting to show for a while, but I just haven't had the opportunity to show because it's all been about the police report. And the other things we'll be looking at is, you know, what's this obsession with PC Hicks, you know, because there is a bit of an obsession with him. Like, did he have something to do with it? Is he, you know, has he been suspended? And I've got some interesting things to say about that. And we're going to have a look at the house on the members. Now, you'll remember that last Thursday in the members live, that's when I broke the news about the house being up for sale. When I released that video the following morning, I cut that out of the public thing because at the end of the day, those girls still live there. So since then, of course, it's been bandied all over social media. Fair enough, you know, it was public at the end of the day. So I'm going to talk about that, but on members, talk about some things about the house, but that I will not do that publicly. So, okay. December next month, we'll be getting into Christmas. 1st of December, I'll be starting the Christmas sort of, we're going to have some fun in December. We're going to break away from all this. And we're lucky to be able to be having fun because there's a lot of people. I just want to say that's one, I'll say that nearer the time. So many people will be dreading Christmas this year, including, of course, Nicola's family. And I remember that because my best friend when I was young, she died on Christmas Day. Never celebrated Christmas again for years after that, till probably I had my son. And then last year, I did celebrate Christmas, but for the few years before that, for a reason that I'm not ready to talk about yet, I had about 5 or 6 terrible Christmases because of, you know, personal things. So this year I am looking forward to it, and I feel lucky to be looking forward to it. But of course there'll be a lot of people who aren't looking forward to it for various reasons. Could be because of something like that, it's their first Christmas without a loved one, or could be just that they're on their own and Christmas means crushing loneliness, because Christmas Day when you're there on your own is horrible. So it feels like everybody else is having a great time And depending on the reason that you're on your own, you might not want to go to somebody else's house, even if you're invited, because sometimes when you and your family are not, you know, it's not working out very well, to go and sit with someone else's family who are all high, you know, laughing and jolly, and it is pretty much torture. So it's better to sit on your own. So yeah, for many, many reasons, people might not be looking forward to Christmas this year. So I'm hoping to at least brighten up some people's Christmas just by being stupid, really, doing silly things, being positive, yeah, making people laugh. You know, that's what about. There'll be a little bit of true crime in there as well, you know, but it's difficult to do. I mean, it's difficult to do true crime and make it funny, isn't it? I mean, it's not going to be funny, but you know, make it interesting and maybe a bit lighter. I've got some, anyway, you'll see, because I've got some really good ideas for combining true crime but with positivity. Okay, so thank you. Remember to always live and love very wisely, very carefully. And, you know, look after your heart, because you don't want it to pop one day. And I will see you very soon in the next video. Till then, may God go with you. Thank you.